Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. I am putting out the URL for students of the school to let them know where they can find the video. There we go. There we go. And one more. There we go. I hope that it's not considered spamming. But I've got to get the message out somehow, some way, that NSA is live. Coming into focus. There we go. It's Tuesday, the 28th of June, 2016. What does that mean? One step closer to the end of term for teachers working in the state schools. So congratulations to all of you on getting this far. Tests done, result in. Hopefully you're satisfied with your work for this year. What else is on my mind? Iceland just knocked England out of the European Football Championships. But who cares about football, right? And Iceland's only a tiny little island with 200,000 people plus on it. So there we go. Well done, Iceland. Good job. Right. I just support the underdog. It's all about the underdog. For some reason, the underdog mentality appeals to me. Besides, it's boring when the big teams win all the time. And that's kind of a mindset thing where winners win and losers lose. So there we go. That's that. The odd thing is that there'll be another game tomorrow somewhere, and another game the day after that, and another game the day after that, and it's just the endless circle and cycle that is sport, because the end is the beginning. Still, sport is simulation of warfare. Isn't it said that World War I was won on the playing fields of Eton? Of course, that's an exaggeration, but you get the point, right? Sport is war. Winners and losers. If sport can benefit all, can benefit everyone, then I'm all for it. It's the competition. It's the taking part. It's enjoying the process. It's setting the targets and achieving your goals. Those are the great things about sport. When I went to school, the two subjects that I was best at, and I'm going to say naturally best at, because there's a certain natural talent that schools credit. And what I mean by that is you might have a natural tendency towards a subject and get a better result in it, and so you're kind of channeled in that direction through schools. Positive or negative, you decide. So the two subjects that I excelled the most at, because the aim of school is excellence. The aim of life is excellence, to excel in all areas, in my opinion. So the two areas that I excelled in were sport and art. Oh, and by the way, I should say this is Native Speakers Academy. Native Speakers Academy is a small, private, holistic language school based in Banska Bystrica in central Slovakia. These are live on-air experiments where I will take questions from anyone who wants to write on the Native Speakers Academy Facebook page on any subject related to education, language, philosophy, psychology, coaching, tutoring, training, anything in the educational sphere, basically. Native Speakers Academy teaches the English language and offers life coaching sessions to all kinds of people, from teenagers to directors of companies. We all need to be pointed in the right direction from time to time, because we all lose our way in life and nobody knows everything, and there's always something extra that you can learn. And why not through languages? Language is the inner technology, and life coaching is the relationship of that technology to the world. And I'm putting this out through Facebook because Facebook is a great forum for sharing. Now, there are issues. If you've been following what's been happening, there are issues. When the information goes out live, it's good. It's correct. We've got the synchronization of the audio and video. But for some reason, Facebook, when it records the session so that you can play it back later, sometimes the audio and video goes out of sync. Now, I've checked my technology. I'm using the smartest, brightest, sweetest, newest technology that I can get, and it's not me. It's not me. So bear with me. If I can solve the problem, I will solve the problem, but it's a Facebook issue. I chatted with some people on the internet yesterday about the issue, and it seems that they have a similar problem. So the technology has still to be ironed out. And let's hope this is a positive problem for Facebook, where they're going to iron out the technology. Let's hope they're not going to turn into a Microsoft kind of company where they just let everything be and don't really upgrade things very much. I mean, for all the work that Microsoft do, you've got to wonder why their output is just minimal, in my opinion, anyway. And I've always thought that was strange, because as a solopreneur in charge of a business, and having looked at what other solopreneurs have done around the world and entrepreneurs, it's quite amazing how much effect one person can have on a market. One person can change everything. It's quite incredible. Whether you're Steve Jobs or Elon Musk or Richard Branson, or Donald Trump throwing a spanner in the works, one person can change everything. That's the power of the individual. That's the power of people. So if there are any questions that you have related to education or anything else, then you can write it on the Facebook page, and I will pick that up as it goes. So I was talking about the subjects of excellence that I excelled in school, which was a long time ago. Look, I looked in the mirror yesterday, and I was like, oh, look, white hairs. White hairs, white hairs. When did that happen? Oh my gosh. Wisdom. Let's call it wisdom. Wisdom. Each line, sign of wisdom, or stress, or maybe something else. Beware of those who look perfect. Nothing is perfect. Trust me, I've been imperfect my whole life, and I've made an art out of it. Shouldn't we all? So, back to the concepts of excellence. Before I say anything else, it's going to be a short video today, around 20 minutes. So, and this is because I'm sliding it in as an in-between session. And so I talked about sport and art. And initially it seems like a strange combination, the combination of sport and art. Sport, we tend to think about running around, getting sweaty, maybe getting physical, motivating yourself, the aesthetics of physical movement, teamwork. And with art, we tend to think about focus, uh, hand-eye coordination, perhaps, visualization, and an ability to copy things, an ability to express yourself. And what I realized over time is that I think the aesthetics of sport and the aesthetics of art are the same thing. If you've ever watched footballers in slow motion, like the ball is in the air and they rise in the air to hit it with their head, um, there's an element of great artistry there, especially in modern sport, where you're looking at super fit players who spent their whole lives training, and look at them with their shirts off; they look great. And also interesting. Also interesting. You can make a career out of sport now as well. 50, 60 years ago, what did you get paid? You got paid with a bicycle or something for playing for the football team for a year. But now you can make millions, whether it's football, basketball, tennis, golf. What are the other big sports? Motor racing, is that a sport? I guess it is. Um, different kind of skill, I suppose. So all of these things, it's incredible what people can do. Like one of my students is works in the company Red Bull, and we do a lot of motivational psychology. And Red Bull's a pretty progressive company. And I was watching some of the Red Bull promotional videos and thinking, wow, look at what these people are doing. Look at the kind of ideas they're integrating together. There's not much philosophy going on there, but what you have is incredible personal development, pushing yourself to reach new limits in what you do, and all these people are able to live from this. All these people are able to live from the skills and pursuits and the passions that they have, whether it's kite surfing or mountain biking, or even parallel social activities like skateboarding. I call it a parallel social activity because it doesn't really take society forward, but it's something that you can put your time and energy in. You can set yourself your personal goals and targets with it. So it kind of drives society is in a bit of a tangent, but it's not a useless tangent. You can make out of it what you want. As with anything, you can get out of it what you want. If you in terms of your psychological approach to anything, if you want it to be good, it'll be good. If you want it to be bad, it'll be bad. If you want to find the positive in it, you'll find the positive. If you want to focus on the negative in it, you will focus on the negative in it. Like, right. So there's a great in education. There are all these cross-curricular links that we don't automatically see, and they exist within life as well. It's not just the aesthetics of sport and the aesthetics of art that kind of mix in together, where there's often as much artistry now on the football pitch because of the high levels of skill as there is in ballet. And of course, let's face it, football's slightly more exciting to watch than ballet in general. But there's a different kind of psychology going on. Football is your short fix, where in ballet you need to have a deeper appreciation of the music and the emotional elements. It's the difference between listening to David Bowie and listening to Beethoven. David Bowie's your quick 3-minute, 4-minute fix, while Beethoven requires a longer focus and concentration and understanding of the elements. And of course, you can't just listen to a piece of music once. You've got to listen to it a lot more times. And so what was interesting for me was that later on in life, I made these aesthetic links between the sport and the art that I didn't make at the time. And now I consider them both very, very similar activities because you're channeling the hand-eye coordination, the observation of your environment, and you're channeling it in real time into the world in reality. And there's all these links that can be made in education that are not normally made. Let's see, mathematics. What's the best way to teach mathematics to kids? I suggest shopping. I suggest you budget for the month and you give your kids some money and you see what they can buy with the money. You get them to look at the positives and negatives of buying things that are cheaper, buying things that are more expensive. Maybe more expensive will last for longer. It's higher quality. Maybe cheaper will break and fall apart. Maybe if you're in terms of food, I think you want to food is what you put into your body and what you eat is what you are. So I think you want quality in that area as well. And so all the elements of mathematics exist in terms of shopping. So I mean the greatest way to teach mathematics surely would be to get people to think about shopping and budget and buying things and all of those elements related to life. Physics. I always thought that all the elements of physics appear in a game of pool or snooker or billiards, depending upon which country you live in. The way that the balls move around the table, the way that there's action and reaction, the way that there's motion there, the way that gravity is involved, the way that there's angles and geometry there. I always thought that was a good way to look at the concept of how physics work. Chemistry? Well, chemistry is cooking, right? The art of preparing the food, the art of adding the right ingredients at the right time, your herbs, your spices, the art of creating the right kind of aroma, the right kind of smells, the kind of smell that hits you if you sort of walk into a coffee house and you get that fresh coffee, or you walk into a restaurant or pizza house and you get the freshly baked bread smell. So there are elements of chemistry can be taught through cooking, elements of mathematics, geometry can be taught through mathematics can be taught through, what did I say, shopping, and the physics and geometry can be taught through the sports elements there. There's all these cross-curricular elements that relate to real life that we don't think about too much. Because I remember when I was stuck in school and we had mathematics class, it was always plane. The plane has to fly from point A to point B through point C. If the plane is traveling this fast and the wind is going this way in this direction, how much longer will it take the plane, and which way would be faster? I was already staring out the window, daydreaming, drifting away, because what relevance is that to some teenage kid stuck in a classroom whose hormones are bouncing off the walls? Who cares about the plane? So, and you'll work that out if you need to work that out, right? You work that out if you need to work that out. So, so those are a couple of thoughts that I've had about education today, with things that are going on. Let's take a look around the net and see what's happening. We've got 16 views on the video at the moment. Do we have any questions going? Do you have any questions coming in? No questions at the moment. Put a comment under the picture. Ask a question. Ask a question. It's going to be, you ask people to ask questions, and what do you get? You get silly stuff, right? You get Why is your hair so short? What's that behind you? Mm, Is it sunny where you are? Yeah, it's way too hot, but luckily there's a breeze blowing today, which is nice. It's just nice. It's nice. And it was too hot earlier in the office, so I took the student that I had this morning to a cafe where we discussed the future of business with technology. We discussed this forum actually, using Facebook Live to grow a business, to grow an audience. And let me give you a quick advantage of using Facebook Live. Secrets of the trade, if there are any secrets of the trade. I'm not sure that there are, but let me give you a little perspective on promotion of your business through this kind of technology. So if I made a video previously, and if you go to Native Speakers Academy YouTube channel, you will find around 500 videos on education and education related topics. Start with John Taylor Gatto. Start with John Taylor Gatto. There's enough information in there to keep you busy for about a year, I imagine. The underground history of American education and everything else related to that. Start there, and then branch out. We've got various different, what would I call them, series? I always have a problem with the plural of the word series. I think the plural of series is series, but I always want to say series. It just seems natural to say series, but then that's just me, I suppose. So we've got the simple lessons. I recommend that for teachers. We've got the Wanderlust of Thought, which is just ranting in my car as I travel around about various different subjects. But I think they're all important in terms of psychology, personal development, and motivation. And you can find them all on Native Speakers Academy YouTube page. Remember, our home site is nsa-slovakia.com. Why is it .com and not .sk? Because the future is global. Why was I mentioning this? So there we go. Lost the train of thought. Something about videos. Oh yeah, I was going to give you a statistics thing, right? Which is I made some lessons, put them on YouTube, sent them out to people, sent them out to students, and so the average lesson got about 100 views, which is great. I'm really happy about that because this is education. This is not adrenaline sports or people or cats doing silly things, or the beautiful people, or a 3-minute pop video about nothing. Whatever. So yeah, so it got 100 videos, and it's out over a year and gets 100 videos. I'm quite happy with that because it's all education. It's for my students. I can do this live format, and what happens with the live format is that I get 100 views, 100 views, 100 views in a day or 2 days on the video. And so the percentage increase is epic. So the future is in the presentation of live information because people are interested in what is happening now, not what happened yesterday or the day before. And again, I've had an epic rant about this. There's one of the business meeting related videos you'll find on my YouTube channel about that. The all actions, all results accountability meetings, where you can see real business meetings happening in real time where entrepreneurs discuss real issues and problems that they have in their business and try to find solutions and support each other through those solutions. I think that is key, the accountability and support. What else did I want to say? I wanted to put in some information about getting organized as well today. I also wanted to talk about time and the fact that a lot of people have contacted me recently and asked me, "Oh, do you have time for this? Can I speak to you about that?" And actually, they don't ask me, "Do you have time?" They just say, "I need to talk to you about something," and this is getting on my nerves because, first of all, they don't really ask me if I've got time, and I think that should be the first question. Excuse me, do you have time? And the second thing is they say, "I need to talk to you about something. I need to chat with you," and they don't tell you what. So how am I supposed to know if it's important or not? Don't you think that the other person would like to know what it is that you want to talk about? Don't you think you should tell them? I hate those hooks that are dangling in the conversation. I hate it. There's just where people don't say what they want. I just don't have time for that. Tell me what you want and I'll tell you if I can give it to you, and then we can move on to the next thing. It seems that some people only have time to waste, and that is frustrating. So I got to round off this video now because I got a client coming in a minute, and this is live, so the client could come now. There we go. That would be interesting. Had to lock the door actually. Stop people walking in, which happens from time to time. Oh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you everything, so let's just keep it at that. So as I'm running through these tests, doing the live videos, as it goes out live, it's all synchronized, and we're going to see if the playback is in sync or out of sync. And this is all the Facebook technology. It's, as far as I'm aware from everything I've researched, it's not a problem at my end. All my technology, all my streaming, all my codification appears to be okay. And if you're wondering about the technology, what I'm doing is I'm using FF-split with the data streaming information copied from my Facebook Native Speakers Academy page. Yeah, email me if you want more details about that. So there are no questions that have been answered today. Leave a question under the video. I'll get to it in the next video. If I have time, I'll do an update later today. And if I don't, there'll be another video at another in-between time, because that's when it's best for me to do things. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I wish you a wonderful, fantastic day, and keep moving forward, keep setting targets, keep hitting them, and keep rolling. That's it for Native Speakers Academy on air live for now. Thank you for paying attention, and bear with me while I unstream, destream, endstream. What is it? I don't know. We will find out. There we go. Out of focus. And do you wish to end the video? Yes, I do.